Come on that story, we're joined by legal expert Nthabiseng Dubazana. Nthabiseng, good evening to you. Thanks for your time. So firstly, let's talk about then this issue that has been raised by the defense around the coherency of the evidence that has been put on the table, put before the court by Zandile Khumalo.
So in essence, what the defense attorneys have done thus far is to make her a non-credible witness. For example, like you were saying earlier, the holes that have been poked in her story. Now, with the identification of the accused persons, that's the first one. She can't really identify if the accused persons in the dock were really the ones at the house. Because when we hear her stories, it goes, sometimes people are wearing masks, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they were too tall, too dark, too fat. They've changed colors, all of these things that she's mentioned throughout her testimony under cross-examination have already made, at least hopefully put a question in the mind of the presiding officer that she really does not know who exactly attacked or came into the house and shot the deceased. And as we go further, as a result of that, she was faced with testaments or statements from the people who are supposed to come and give evidence in the court, and she couldn't exactly correlate with them and give evidence that run side by side with them. So as a result, right now, as a witness, from where I'm standing at least, she doesn't look like a reliable witness when it comes to the major things of identification of the accused perpetrators or the incident itself and how it happened.
Nthabiseng, she wasn't the only witness in that house on the evening that Senzo Meyiwa was killed. Let's talk about this, move then by the defense to say they want to put in an application for Kelly Khumalo to come and give evidence sooner rather than later.
So the state has said that they're not intending on calling Kelly Khumalo as a witness. So the beauty of this is that her statement was already disclosed to the defense. So as a result, it is now an open game for the defense to use those witnesses to come and testify. So they will make an application to the court and say, my lord, based on evidence X, Y, and Z that we have already used in cross-examination with witnesses that have passed, we would like to call this witness in to state what it is that they have said. Remember, if they don't bring in that witness and they've already used that witness's statement to challenge Zandile Khumalo's evidence today, then that statement is basically hearsay. So they need the person who gave that statement to come and confirm its contents and basically give their version of events on what happened. So as a result, they now can do that. And if she refuses to come, the court can compel her to come. And then if she doesn't, she can find herself in serious trouble.
So effectively, it's not so much that they're calling her up sooner than they anticipated, but it's based on the fact that the state has said it's not intending to call her up, but they believe that her evidence will be critical to the state's case.
That is very, very correct. And so as a result, and because like I've been saying, they've used her statement already to challenge the evidence that is already before the court. So if that person is not called to corroborate whatever has been put in the statement, it will be seen as hearsay, which is basically inadmissible. So they can't shoot themselves in the foot and not call them if the state chooses not to call the witness.
All right, we'll leave it there for tonight. Legal expert Nthabiseng Dubazana.